Hi everyone. Today's Thursday, April 3rd. It's day five or day -5 to transplant. And today was a relatively, I want to say, easy day here. The only treatments I had was a chemotherapy treatment for a couple hours for the fludarabine uh, medicine and a handful of other medicines to help you with the side effects or that could be caused from that. Other than that, it's been a pretty relaxing day to some extent. Let's see, I've been up since 3:30 this morning. They came and did some lab work, and at 4 o'clock they came back and said I needed another blood transfusion, so that took a few hours, and you can kind of fall asleep, but the nurses are in and out for a lot of it, and it's just not the easiest thing to really sleep through, but we got it done, and the I'm not sure why, but the doctors tell me they're not sure where all the blood's going. My hemoglobin doesn't go up, but after another blood transfusion uh, later this morning, it my hemoglobin went from 7.0 to 7.8. So that's a good thing. So the only thing I can figure out, it's all these chemotherapy that they're on is knocking out the hemoglobin also, which they kind of suspect. So, but maybe it's hitting it harder than they think. But other than that, it was a pretty easy day. I had a appointment with a physical therapist that just kind of wanted to know my history, and she is working on developing a plan for after my transplant for the to get me back on track with a series of exercises and strengthening. So she'll be working on developing that here in the next 2 weeks. That we will start after that, and then we'll move forward. Other than that, it's just continual, visits from nurses coming in and taking your vitals and, the things that I've mentioned in earlier videos of the measuring your liquid input and output and things like that. But it's been actually a pretty pleasant day. I spent a lot of time walking. I mentioned the the marathon, they call it, that the unit is triangular shaped here. So it's like three legs. And if you walk 11 laps around the unit, that equals 1 mile. So um, today I walked 32 laps around the unit. So that's close to 3 miles. So that was good. I didn't do it all in one shot. It was a series of walking 5 or 6 and then resting for a while, walking 5 or 6 and resting through for a while. Was kind of interesting today. I ran into a gentleman that is in here for a very similar disease than what I have, and he's about 8 to 9 days ahead of me in treatment. So he's already received his transplant. Uh, and, we walked and talked a lot, and it was really helpful for me to understand his process. And he kind of said that everything that the doctors say, that the worst of it is, you know, kind of hits you the week after transplant. 2 to 7 days after transplant is when, you know, I'm going to feel the worst. So I guess that's part of it, but it was kind of interesting. He shared with me where his donor cells came from, and they came from Germany also. And I was talking to one of the nurses about that, and they go, yeah, they really must have a good program for that over there. So that was interesting. But other than that, Melanie and Genevieve came down to visit me this evening. Um, it was really nice, and I talked a little bit about yesterday that photo frame that I I received and set up, and Melanie's been spreading the word for passing, uploading pictures, and I keep getting text messages that people have uploaded pictures, so it'd be kind of fun to sit down and look at it. So I have it across the room, and I look at it every once in a while. But I think with the number of pictures that got put on today, it's probably an hour and a half job to watch it scroll through all the pictures to see them. So, like I said, was actually a very nice, relaxing day. Not too much excitement, or you know, uh, just busy with the treatments and kind of the appointments, and but nothing that haven't been experiencing any major side effects from the chemotherapy yet, and nothing's been painful, so that's good. And my staff has been great. So, and from looking at my schedule, it looks like this is pretty much my schedule now till Sunday. So day minus 2 is just this one chemotherapy medication, and then all the supplemental medications they give you to reduce side effects for it. So hopefully nothing too exciting for the next few days. So I will let you go, and thanks everyone for all your support and that. And I hope you had a good day too. I will talk to you later.